The next hearing in the Amber Spradlin case happens tomorrow in Pikeville, and Governor Andy Beshear visits high-ground housing sites in Floyd County. I'm Robin Tillman, and this is the Mountaintop Daily. Defendants in the Amber Spradlin murder case will be back in court Thursday for a hearing to see how the case is progressing ahead of its December 1st trial date. Spradlin's body was found June 18, 2023 at the Arkansas Creek home of Prestonsburg dentist Michael McKinney. McKinney's son, M.K. McKinney, has been charged with her murder, while both McKinney's and family friend Josh Mullins are charged with multiple counts of evidence tampering for allegedly trying to cover up the crime. Tomorrow's hearing will be the first held since the case was moved to Pike County. No major issues are currently before the court, but attorneys are expected to discuss the use of expert witnesses at trial. You can watch the news about the case unfold in real time, as Mountaintop Media plans to live stream tomorrow's hearing. Coverage is expected to begin at 1:30 Thursday afternoon on Mountaintop TV, the Mountaintop TV app, and the Mountaintop News Facebook page. Nearly 3 years to the day that flash flooding caused widespread damage across eastern Kentucky, Governor Andy Beshear was in Floyd County earlier today to review some of the recovery efforts. The governor joined local leaders to tour high-ground housing sites in Prestonsburg and Wayland. Sheldon takes us to today's visit.
State and local leaders have gathered here in Prestonsburg today for groundbreaking for the New Hope Estates.
Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear was on hand along with state and local leaders Wednesday to break ground on the new high-ground community New Hope Estates in Prestonsburg.
Folks across Floyd County and eastern Kentucky were haunted by the question no one should ever have to ask: will we be safe the next time it storms? The answer was no. The flood didn't just steal precious material things. It stole a sense of safety that lets us sleep at night, that tells us when it starts to rain that we don't have to panic. So today, we take steps to restore our people's feeling of safety.
Floyd Judge Executive Robbie Williams oversaw the event and said he considers the future community as building back even stronger than before.
I can remember the flood in 2022. I don't know how many times I've told this story. 6 o'clock that morning, first call I get, it's Governor Beshear. We're here for you, Judge. And there's a lot of folks that had a hand in making this a reality. This is what happens when we get everyone kind of pushing in the same direction.
Today is so special because we're here at New Hope Estates, and the hope is coming. The groundbreaking is here. The houses are going to come up, but you can actually see the result in Wayland or in our finished community in Letcher County. You go to Wayland, and I actually got to meet a woman who had lost everything in 2022 in her home. It was right after we'd had flooding in 2025, and her kids were there with her because their home have been destroyed in that one. Hopefully they can find a home here in New Hope Estates. As long as we can get the hazard mitigation money flowing from the federal government, it'll mean that these high ground communities that we're building, you could qualify for, whether it was 21, 22, or either of the 25 floods. But to have both the hope and to be able to see, that hope in action, the completed community, is really exciting.
95th District Representative Ashley Tackett Lafferty looked past the hardship and highlighted the great strength people of the region displayed in the face of such tragedy.
So many of our friends and neighbors have been displaced by water, and in many cases, the homes they have worked a lifetime to build have been washed away in a matter of hours. We knew that rebuilding would not be easy, and unfortunately, there are still many families who have not fully recovered. But above all the water, we have witnessed waves of hope and compassion and generosity and resilience.
With funding totaling $10 million, New Hope Estates will eventually have 34 homes on the property available to those impacted by severe weather around the region.
I think one of the best ways we remember those we lost is making sure we're providing for those that are still with us.
Reporting for Mountaintop News, I'm Sheldon Compton.
Coming up after the break, the music world lost a heavy metal icon yesterday with the passing of Ozzy Osbourne. We'll tell you about plans for a local tribute when the Mountaintop Daily continues. But first, sports and weather.
With this Mountaintop Sports Report for Wednesday, I'm Brittany Rowe reporting. The Hell Podcast and Beyond the Scoreboard will join forces on Monday, August 25th at the Mountaintop Media Stage as we get ready to kick off the 2025 football season. We're inviting the community to join us as we talk to local players and athletes, along with coaches, and host a tailgate to celebrate this football season. Mountaintop Sports will also have copies of the 2025 Pigskin Previews available at the event as we showcase 16 schools in our coverage area. Shelby Valley will host the Blue and White Bowl on Saturday, August 23rd at Shelby Valley High School. Game 1 will feature Johnson Central taking on Letcher Central, while Shelby Valley will host Ironton, Ohio in Game 2. This is the second year of the Blue and White Bowl. The following weekend, on August 29th and August 30th, the Pike County Bowl will kick off with Night 1 at Haywood Stadium with Pike Central taking on Martin County, while Belfry will take on Louisville Central in the nightcap. Night number 2, we move over to Hillard Howard Field as Prestonsburg and Shelby Valley will battle in Game 1. Pikeville will host Cabell Midland in Game number 2. All the games can be heard right here on Mountaintop Sports. For the latest area high school and college sports news, remember to check us out at mountain-topsports.com or like and follow us on Facebook, X, and TikTok. Reporting for Mountaintop Sports, I'm Brittany Rowe. Have a great Wednesday, sports fans.
When the government took Social Security away from honest Eastern Kentuckians, Attorney Ned Pillersdorf got the hearings declared unconstitutional. When the women guards were harassed at Little Sandy Jail, Ned fought back, securing a $1 million verdict at trial. And when the state tried to shut down Cordia School, Ned fought back and kept the school open. Attorney Ned Pillersdorf fights for the underdog, and he's ready to fight for you.
It's Christmas in July at Appalachian Wireless, where the gifts come early and the savings are huge. Get an iPhone 14 for just a penny with eligible trade-in and plan, or unwrap a free iPad, Samsung S25, or iPhone 16 on us with qualifying Advantage plans. How about $75 off prepaid phones? But don't wait. These holiday deals in July won't last for long. Visit AppalachianWireless.com or visit us in one of our many retail locations where Christmas in July is happening now. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
Heavy metal lost one of its biggest stars yesterday as Ozzy Osbourne died at age 76. In honor of his contributions to music, Mountaintop Media's Rock 103 is planning a special tribute show this weekend. Nick tells us how you can tune in.
Rock 103.1 will be remembering the legendary Ozzy Osbourne with a tribute show taking place from 4 to 6 p.m. Saturday, July 26th. From Black Sabbath's debut self-titled album in 1970 to Ozzy's final years as an artist, any metal fan will want to tune in and listen to the sound that shaped the genre. Listeners can also catch our hosts talking about the encounters and recollections from those who knew him.
Ozzy Osbourne is a legend not just in the rock world or the metal world, you know, like with the Osbournes, he became a global icon to a lot of people. So, I mean, like many stations across the world, you know, we want to pay tribute to him. So, yes, Saturday from 4 to 6, Hideaway Novelties is partnering with us. We're going to be doing it's basically a career retrospective. You know what I mean? We're going to start from the beginning with Sabbath, and we're going to go all the way up to, you know, the final recording. So, yeah, you know, I mean, anybody that was a fan of Ozzy, and there are a lot of us out there, it's going to be really fun to look back. And while we're all sad that he is gone, this is a celebration of Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath. You know, we're looking back at the huge amount of amazing material that this man left us.
Throughout his career, Ozzy's influence is responsible for the creation of many other artists after him for several decades. His legacy will continue to live on through song and stories.
Like Gene Simmons said, Ozzy was Ozzy from start to finish. You know, he knew what he did it better than anybody. And as far as inspiration, I mean, look at all these bands that this guy inspired and took on tour. You know, your Motley Crues, your Metallicas, Look at the bands that showed up at that farewell concert. So, I mean, his influence is unparalleled. Ozzy, sadly, no longer with us, but that music's going to be around forever and ever. So join us Saturday from 4 to 6 for 2 hours, and we're going to celebrate that music, and we're going to celebrate the icon who gave it to us right here on Rock 103.
Reporting for Mountaintop News, I'm Nick Collum.
That will do it for this edition of the Mountaintop Daily. Be sure to check us out at 6 p.m. every weekday on Mountaintop TV, the Mountaintop TV app, and the Mountaintop News Facebook page. With your Mountaintop Daily, I'm Robin Tillman for Mountaintop News.